They're here. It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
The Film Lounge presents...
Spoiler Free Movie Review!
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on!
with Chris Gooch.
I'm the dude.
Sup, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away. Oh, that was awesome.
In one of Marvel's more riskier moves, in the wake of Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, we get a film about a teenage boy being mentored, shall we say, by an eccentric older gentleman who happens to be a billionaire and insists on making said teenage boy wear a skin-tight spandex and perform acrobatics. However, in all seriousness, it's the movie that every Marvel fan has been waiting for nearly a decade now. A Spider-Man film set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the big question is this film amazing? No. It's not amazing. It's spectacular.
So to become an Avenger, are there like trials or any interviews?
Just don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
So, it's 2 months after the events of Civil War and 8 years after the Battle of New York, and a minor headache trying to figure out the timeline considering the Avengers came out in 2012. We have a young Peter Parker balancing high school and the aspirations to be an Avenger. He's dodging his friends and other responsibilities, all in the hope that Iron Man is going to give him a call for a new adventure. Meanwhile, Adrian Toomes, played by the original Batman Michael Keaton, has secretly been scavenging weaponry from all of the Avengers' previous battles. However, when Spidey and the Vulture cross paths, things escalate for everyone involved.
Listen, Peter, forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
Now, Marvel fans do not need to be convinced to see this film. They're already up to their third screening of this while I'm furiously working away on this review. However, what about general audiences who are still on the fence about yet another Spider-Man reboot, or who are just not as invested in following the ever-expansive cinematic universe and dump trucks filled with money that is also known as Marvel Studios? The main things to address are the concerns that these people may have. First of all, the film does not rehash the origin story yet again. We are not inflicted with another tortured, angst-ridden Peter Parker. It's a kid who actually enjoys being Spider-Man. Even though Robert Downey Jr. features heavily in the trailers, this is not Iron Man 4, or Iron Man 5 if you consider Civil War to be Iron Man 4. Tony Stark and Iron Man show up in very small chunks and at no point overshadow the story of Spider-Man. The one-and-done bland villain problem of the other Marvel movies is absent in this film because Michael Keaton creates a genuine motivation for his character and can flick between charming and menacing with seasoned ease. There's no light beam in the sky or death from above tropes to this film. Spider-Man Homecoming keeps it grounded while still providing some really spectacular aerial acrobatics. Overall, for a character who has been in 7 films in total over the last 15 years and seen 3 actors portray the well-known and well-treaded character, Spider-Man Homecoming manages to keep things fresh.
This is my chance to prove myself.
This no doubt comes down to the talent on screen. Tom Holland is the Peter Parker and Spider-Man you never realized that you needed so badly. His childlike glee and fascination with everything is accompanied by insecurities and unsureness that are relatable and endearing. Whether he's hyperactively asking 1001 questions to Happy Hogan or his suit, or hanging his head sheepishly when being spoken down to by Tony Stark or the Vulture, Tom Holland is easily the most fascinating of the Spider-Men we've had over the last 15 years.
Mr. Stark treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
Thankfully, Tom Holland is also supported by a diverse cast, which once again keeps this interpretation feeling fresh. It's more representative of a high school environment and adds new layers to characters that we may or may not have seen before. For example, Tony Revolori's Flash Thompson is still a bully, but a different type of bully to previous versions of this character. And of course, Jacob Batalon's Ned Lees and Peter Parker are just the most adorable best friends I've seen on screen in a long time, and has easily become the new hashtag friendship goal.
Can you summon an army of spiders? No, Ned, no. Do you know him too? I stole his shield. Can I try the suit on? Badass.
If there was one complaint or fault, and it is only minimal, it is that with such a large and diverse cast, some characters don't really get an opportunity to properly shine or reach their full potential. Now, some may say that the casting choices of the smaller roles was nothing more than stunt casting. However, I would say that casting people like Donald Glover, Hannibal Buress and Martin Starr in these smaller roles helps to make those smaller moments stand out. Each actor adds their own charm to the characters that could easily have been ignored otherwise. Of course, it wouldn't be a Marvel film without Easter eggs, and this film has more Easter eggs flying left, right and centre than a meth-fueled Easter Bunny trying to stash the evidence before the Easter Bunny police arrive. Keen eyes will see lots of references to previous films. There is some real world building with just the Spider-Man universe, with the things that are said, characters that show up, along with other great things that include very subtle visual explanations for why actors such as Kenneth Choi show up in this film, despite having already played a character in Captain America: The First Avenger.
So don't mess with me. Because I will kill you and everybody you love.
Ultimately, Spider-Man: Homecoming is a welcome return to form after several poorly conceived Sony Spider-Man films. The movie builds on the promise shown in Captain America: Civil War and offers a wide range of fresh possibilities for Marvel's favourite future Avenger. With Avengers: Infinity War only 10 months away, Spider-Man: Homecoming will have you thwipping for more. Spider-Man: Homecoming gets 4.25 out of 5 meth-fueled Easter bunnies showering us with lovely Marvel Easter eggs.
You're not gonna stop me!
Do you know him too? Yeah, I stole his shield.